今天是2019年8月5日，今天是星期一，我们正在温哥华某酒店的一个咖啡厅，从外面的一个游艇俱乐部刚刚离开，然后回到酒店，外面呢是华灯四射我们在这里面呢讨论一个温哥华一个比较普遍的现象，就是男人在外面打拼，女人在后面呢这个红旗出墙。这个现象呢，这个老外呢他颇有感触。他在这个Aaron 先生呢，他就特别提出这么一个话题Aaron, you said that you have some experience, your colleague or your friend, involve some adultery, right?
Yes, I have.
It's very common and popular. What's happened?
Well, it's not just a men's thing anymore, right? It's proven that women do it 50-50, right? It's been proven over and over by researchers that women cheat as much as men cheat. The problem is that the man is weaker usually. On the more advanced countries or evolved countries, men has less rights anymore. So if you go back in history, don't need to go back in history. Let's go to primitive religions, for instance. If a woman cheats, that's it. She's dead on the spot. That's gone. Let's say the Muslims, like Shia or Sunni, if a woman cheats, she's gone. That's it. There's no more use for her in this world. She's as good as a stone. If you go to Judaism, my religion, basically a woman will not be stoned, will not be killed, but she'll be shamed in her community, by her children. She won't be able to marry again and start a new family. So she's kind of stuck for life. She doesn't get any compensation, any financial support. It's bad for her. But if the man does it, it's even worse for him. He's neglected of seeing his children grow. He's declared as violent on the spot, so that's even worse for him. Here in Canada, the problem is even bigger. So a lot of women, they have men working overseas or men that work in other remote sites for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and they come home for a week, and then over again, the woman, I guess she feels her power. She has more power than the men here. So she feels free to start relationships. If she's Chinese or even just raised here in Canada, Israeli, doesn't matter. And if the husband catches her, let's say, cheating, he's in a very bad spot because the Canadian family law system, always goes in the favor of the woman. No matter what she did, no matter what happened, they'll try to give her the children, make her look miserable, and the husband or the guy loses his credit, basically a thing that allows you to buy stuff, to have credit cards, to manage your bank account. He's crippled by credit. It's kind of how do you say that word? He's a bankrupt, right? Nobody will deal with him, and he is, even if his wife cheated on him, he is crippled. She has all the rights, and that's very common in evolved countries.
Recently, I got information. One of audience contact overseas Chinese live stream, and then some employee on working at BCIT campus, and some like a man, especially from Filipino, right?
Okay.
Here you're supposed to not mention which race.
Yeah.
But from certain race,
Yeah.
they have some problem.
Yeah.
to seduce women.
Yeah.
Seduce women. I don't know if it's adultery or rape or
Yeah.
working place, like a sexual harassment
Yeah.
or working place sex assault.
Yeah.
In anyway, the man working and woman like on loyalty.
Yeah.
And if it happen, it seems like the big problem in Canada is the woman always take advantage.
Yeah.
And then, do you think this is the sick of society?
Yes. In recent years, the feminism grows bigger and bigger, and that takes a shift, making women's life much more easier. So, if a woman has a conflict with her boss, her colleague, just the guy she doesn't like, or she dated for a while, she can call sexual assault, she can call sexual harassment, and the guy will be automatically taken to jail. It's kind of, it's his word against it's his against her word, and her word is much more powerful without even giving any proof of something happened. No camera, no text, no email. The guy is, automatically is rated as dangerous, as a menace to society, and in a situation of her against his, usually her wins, and that's one of the biggest problem of the feminism we have today. It can be just a joke. It can be just trying to flatter a woman, and you're already a sex offender. That's a big reason now that women don't hit on. I'm sorry, the men don't hit on women. They don't start a conversation with her in a coffee shop. They don't ask them out in the street because they're scared of that sexual harassment. On the other hand, a lot of women are complaining, oh, men are not hitting on us. We're not getting any action from men. We're alone. We don't get married. We're having tough life finding mates. Well, this situation, like you said, is a sickness of the society. You can't talk to women anymore without thinking 10 times in your mind, oh, what will this sound like? It's a tough life for men. Women are definitely on the upper hand currently, and I don't see this as getting changed. It's only getting worse and worse. Yeah.
Can I translate?
Me?
Okay, I just translate because 女权主义在温哥华特别泛滥，很多这个女权主义呢过分的搞得男人讲话跟女人讲话都要三思而后行，所以有些女人的很多抱怨呢抱怨男人好像现在都不追女人了，甚至女人现在很癫狂女人动不动说这样说那样的这抱怨丈夫，或者是女人在外面去走野。前面呢已经讲了很多加拿大的男人要去冬季要到很多地方去工作，一工作要几个星期才能够回家一个星期，这些女人反而觉得是把这个家庭给主控了，所以闹翻天。在这种情况下呢，这个女权主义是对社会是一个伤害这个 Alan 先生提出了这些问题。Do you have any suggestion? For example, can like a NOG for men, because men seems more vulnerable.
Yeah. So my suggestion, even though I'm married now and have children, but me and my wife come from a different culture, so that's different. Some cultures have different values, but definitely North America, marriage is lightly headed taken, and men don't think of the consequence that the woman can just say, oh, this guy sex offended me, and walk away with everything, basically cripple the men. Definitely think before you marry, definitely run a background check of the mate you're gonna marry, the woman or the guy in your case, I don't know. Definitely said it's a contract. Don't just go blind, all right? Sign a contract, you both respect, you both agree upon, and always, I won't say spy, but be on top of your mate. So if you have a good relationship, strong relationship, you probably have access to her email, have access to her phone. Just once in a while, go through the text, make sure nothing's suspicious. Behavior changes. Don't kind of throw any odd things away. Make sure you're always on top of things. Make sure you know what's going on. Always be on the lookout. I know it's not ideal, they say happily ever after, but unfortunately we got to a situation today in Canada that women have way more power than men. So just be on the lookout.
If the woman make trouble, become a family troublemaker.
Yeah.
Obviously, right now Vancouver, it's we call like a woman like a cancer, like society cancer, to make the society not healthy. In this situation, do you have any suggestion help the man?
Yeah.
Can you share your idea?
Definitely don't go with your emotions. Don't do any quick, rash decisions. And calculate your next move. Talk to a lawyer. Get advices from your surroundings. Talk to people. Talk to their friends, to their family, to your family. Consider all the options. I don't know how bad the situation is, but some people risk it for your family or for yourself. Take the correct measures, but never go on emotions. Treat it like a strategy game. You need to know what cards you have, what cards the other side has, and play with the game. Just to make sure you're on the upper hand. You are the winning side. Always evaluate.
Aaron 先生呢，他就说我们男人千万不要感情用事，最好要跟律师来谈。每一个动作，每一个步骤就像打牌一样要自己算计清楚，然后才有下一个动作。Do you want to for example, if you help your wife come here, just in 2 years, can you cancel his immigration status?
Yeah. If you don't get along with your wife, right? You found out that she only with you just to get here.
Cheating for
Or
Canadian.
she's cheating or something like that. You can go to immigration consultant and see how you can withdraw her residency, because it's called there's a status called fake immigration. You also put yourself at risk, but if you show that you are really committed, if you were honest about the process and the woman was not honest, nothing will happen to you. But again, you have to consult with a lawyer, with an immigration consultant. Again, never do anything from your emotions. If you do it from your emotions, you're gonna lose. If you think back, evaluate your cards. Think about your next step. Talk to the lawyer. Talk to legal authorities, and then decide what to do.
Okay, thank you, sir. You give a lot of practical suggestions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
So we will invite you have a next talk show.
Okay.
Okay,
Sounds good.
keep in
Thank you.
touch. 本节目是由加州奥克兰市英记10家赞助播出，嘉宾的观点并 并不代表本台的立场。